Once upon a time there was a king. He had pot in his bedroom, which was one of his favorite things. One day while cleaning in king's bedroom, the pot fell down from the hands of servant and broke. The servant got scared because it was king's favorite pot. Servant gathered all the pieces and secretly threw them. When king came to bedroom, he found his favorite pot missing. He called his servant and asked about it. Servant was afraid, so out of fear, servant lied. Your Majesty, I have taken that pot to home to clean it properly. The king ordered him to bring that pot back to his room immediately. After getting orders seeing that he cannot hide truth anymore, the servant told king about everything and started apologizing with folded hand. The king got angry at servant for lying to him, so he sentenced him to death. Servant kept pleading for forgiveness, but king did not listen to him. Next day, the king made this topic a point of discussion in his court and asked his courtiers, "Have any of you ever lied?" All courtiers refused in one voice and said, "No, Your Majesty, we've never lied." But one of the king's wise minister was keeping quiet. When king asked him about it, the wise minister said, "Your Majesty, everyone lies sometimes. I also have spoken. I think there is no harming in telling a lie that does not harm anyone." The king got angry after listening to this and expelled his minister out of the court. The minister left, but he was worried about the servant's death sentence. So he started thinking of a way to save him. After some thoughts, he went to a goldsmith and asked him to make a patty of rice out of gold. Next morning, after taking that gold patty, the minister went to king's court. The king was angry seeing his minister in court, even after being expelled from the court. But still the minister somehow convinced him to listen to him. Then he showed gold patty to the king and said, "Your Majesty, I wanted to tell you something very important. That's why I've come here today. Yesterday evening while going home, I met a monk. He gave me this gold patty of rice and told me to plant it in some fertile land. If we sow this, there will be gold crop in that field. I have found a fertile land, and I want all the courtiers and you to come to that field to plant this gold patty. Then we can see whether the monk was right or wrong." The king agreed and ordered all his courtiers to reach the field. Next day at fixed time, when everyone reached field, the king asked minister to plant that gold patty in the field. But minister said, "Your Majesty, while giving these seeds, Mock instructed me, that field will yield gold, only if it is planted by a person who had never told a lie. That's why I cannot plant this. Please order one of your courtiers to plant this gold patty." The king asked any one of his courtiers to plant that gold patty in the field, who has never lied in his life, but no one came forward. The king understood that everyone had lied or other time. When no one came forward, the minister gave that gold patty of rice in the hands of the king and said, "Your Majesty, no one is truthful here. That's why you should plant this gold patty." But even king hesitated to take that gold patty to plant it in the field and said, "No, I have also lied in my childhood. That's why I cannot plant this." After hearing this, the minister smiled and said, "Your Majesty, this is what I trying to explain you, that we all have told a lie at some point in our lives, but a lie which does not harm anyone is not a crime. I got this gold patty made by goldsmith. My aim was just to make you understand that people in the world lie sometimes, but a lie that does not harm anyone is not a crime." The king understood minister's point. He gave him his place back in the court and pardoned the death sentence of the servant. If we see in our lives we will find that lying is not always wrong, but it depends on the intention behind it. A lie is not a bad thing. If it is meant to help someone, saving someone's life, and being truly great means not judging others, but showing kindness by forgiving them when they feel sorry. Thanks for watching.